Hey everybody, I'm Joey Evans, and have you ever wanted to make a theme park? Not just a theme park, a scary, haunted house theme park. Well, that is Scream Park by DVC Games. This right here kind of got me because I like the artwork. I like the way it looks, and DVC does very interesting games out of a couple other ones they did, Here Lies, which I think was just very different and unique. So I like their take on games. So I was excited to see what this, and again, the artwork I think is fantastic. So this is making a horror theme park. So before I talk about what I think about this game, let's quickly see how it's played. Okay, we are set up for a game of Scream Park here. Scream Park is a tableau builder where you're going to first off start with a theme card. Everybody is going to grab two and then choose one, whichever one they want to. Each one has a different really cool name on it. And then also different things they're going to look at throughout the park to score your points. All right, so we've got the Manor of 1,000 Ghosts right here. You're going to build your park over here, and they're going to be ascending in order, starting with a low number and higher number. What does that mean? Well, you're going to have scene cards as well. This is what is going to build your park. So your victory points at the end of 3 rounds, you're going to have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, are going to be accumulated different ways. And one of the ways is completed rooms in your park. So, for example, see the numbers at the top corner? These are going to be the numbers of points you get if you complete these rooms. So, 2, 4, 6. And they have to be ascending order, and you can't just play them wherever. You have to start and then go up in value equal to or greater than all the way down. So, 2, 2, and if you jump to 6, and the rest have to be 6s. So, here's the way the game is played. Again, everybody's going to have one of these, and you're going to have 8 scene cards, and you're going to look at them, and you're going to draft 2 and play 2, and then pass the rest around. And you're going to keep going in the order it says right here, depending on the day. So it's drafting. You're going to have 2 cards. Now, what does that mean? What can you do with the cards? Well, I'm glad you asked. First off, you can place a scene, meaning this. Take a look, my Manor of 1,000 Ghosts. I am looking for that little voodoo doll signal, or symbol, and the book. So I look through what I've got here. Okay, right here. This right here, this dim mausoleum, needs to be placed down. I can use a scene on that. But take a look. Right here, this means that it actually needs a worker. Oh, you're also supposed to get 2 workers. So it needs a worker to kind of man this. Let's see if I can get this focus in here. Ooh, there we go. It needs a worker to man this. All right? So if I place this here, I have to then get rid of a worker because a worker has to man this room. Now, that's one way to play it. I can play a scene, or I could add to a scene. Take a look here. This right here, these are what it takes to get this to be a completed room. It takes 2 books. Well, look at that. There are 2 books here. It also takes a knife. I look through the rest of these. So what I could do is I could actually play this one right here. This has a knife, but that will also cost me a worker. Well, there are different action ones. And for example, this right here, that's an action one that also has a knife. Okay? So I could take this and add it to a scene, meaning that I tuck it underneath there like this. And now, because it has all 3 icons, this room is now complete. Okay? Now, let's go through the different types of cards. We already talked about the worker ones right here. These right here, actions, these are going to do different things. For example, this right here is going to help set collection. You're going to notice some of these through here are going to have different set icons, or different icons like right here. All right? So there are different pictures and icons, and you're going to want to collect all 4. And that set is going to give you points at the end. What this does is if this, say, was partnered up with one of these, like this, then that would give you 2 skulls towards that set collection. And then these also are a couple of the other icons, the other 4 of the 4 that you have to do as well. Now, this symbol right here is an action. This right here will allow the VIP to come to your room no matter what happens. And this right here will give you, once you play this, you're going to then get another worker from the supply and come over here. So that's different things you can get as you play the cards. So what does this mean to the VIP? We'll get to that in a moment. Okay, say I've played my 2 cards. I then hand my cards over to the next person. I take theirs, and then I continue the draft and look through. Now, that's a couple of things I can do, play a scene or add to a scene. You can also hire staff. So if I needed more people, if I used all my people, I can discard one of these cards to grab 2 more staff members and put them over there to use on future cards. because staff are very useful. For example, if I wanted to later tuck this guy in here as well, just to get these icons, well, that would also, although I tuck him, I would still need to place another staff there and get rid of it. So you're going to want to have different staff on site and on to be ready to go ahead and use against those cards. Another option is if you're drafting, you can get rid of 2 of these cards to grab a genre card. And this one you get to look through and decide which genre card you want and immediately tuck it into one, because if you really need a symbol and you can't find it, this is a great way to get it and complete a room. Because again, only completed rooms are going to score at the end of the game. One thing I will mention right here, this symbol you might see, this right here means you can ignore one of these. So that kind of makes it a wild, right? So again, right here, take a look. I've got 2 books and there are 2 knives up here. I still do not complete this room because although 1 book counts to that and that can get rid of one of these, I still need another knife to complete that room. Okay, say the 8-card draft is over now. This is right here what we have. So what is going to happen is now the VIP comes into play, because at the end of that first round, this VIP is going to enter. All of these are random. These were just placed out, and this is the first VIP that's going to come through your park. He has different conditions. He has different things he likes. The review blogger right here, advance if the next scene is complete. All right, so he starts here, and he's going to get 2 points per room that he enters. This one, take a look, it is complete because 2 books and a knife, done. This one is not complete. Take a look. It doesn't have any knives. All right, so it's just got the knives and the book. All right, so this is not complete here. So he would not continue through there. However, if, say, this one was here instead, this right here, this symbol is going to mean, if you see it right here, VIP can always advance to this scene. Meaning, even though it's not complete, does not meet his qualifications, he advances to it anyway. Take a look over here. That has happened again. There he goes. He goes here. And then this one is not complete. It also does not have one of these icons, so it stops here. And then purple is going to get 6 points for that. And then you're going to look down here. You're going to get 1 victory point for each scene with a voodoo doll or a book. Again, that's not per icon, that's per scene. So right here, there's 2, but that only gets 1 point because this scene has one of those. This one right here, that's 2 points, 3 points. All right, so you get 3, but there are no voodoo dolls here. If there was a voodoo doll over here, then you can get 2 points for this one, 1 and 1. So you'll be getting 3 points for this and advance right here, another 3. Now, one thing I forgot to mention about drafting, when you do place them, like I said, they have to be numerical, ascending order, or equal to, of course. But then you can also kind of break that. If you want to place something in between, you can discard a worker to put it in the middle or in front. Normally, you have to put it at the end, but if you discard a worker, you can then place it somewhere else. What's great is all of these rules are printed right here on the inside of the box, which is great. So you can have that open so you can kind of take a look at that and refer to that as you need. So you're going to do that. Then you're going to start the next round, 8 cards. You're going to draft around. Saturday, this VIP is going to go through. Then do it again. Sunday, this VIP is going to go through. And again, these VIPs are random. They're going to change throughout the game. And a lot of these are just great. The artwork in here, I think, is fantastic. New investor. Advance if the next scene has any of these symbols. Local celebrity. Advance if the next scene fulfills your whole theme. News crew. Advance if the next scene has 3+ cards. So again, these VIPs are random. Different ones are going to come out every game. Okay, so that's it. After the VIP goes, you're going to go to end of game scoring right here. You're going to score the completed scenes. Let's just get the focus down here, which again is the points right up here. So if all these were completed, I get those points. Also, 3 points for the player with the most lightning bolts. So right here, I've got 4, which is not great for the end of the game. But then 3 points for the most lightning bolts. And then 1 per staff that you have working your theme park. So right here, I've only got 3. So that would give me 3 points there. And then 6 per set of scenic symbols. These are all the symbols right here. So however many sets you have, again, remember, if there was a set here, that would double it. All right, so you're going to get 6 points per set. So you're going to go and add those up, and whoever has the most points wins. Okay, so that is quickly, not all the rules, that's quickly how to play Scream Park. But again, this is a very, pretty much you build a tableau that's like a haunted house. It's got a Sushi Go style draft, is pretty much what it is. The theming of each room is pretty fun. I like the drafting on this because you aren't stuck with higher numbers. You have different ways to play them. Like I mentioned, you can kind of get rid of a worker and kind of stick in there so you can kind of move the cards down. I like the fact you're never out of options. You can even discard those, get more workers. You can discard to get those other cards. And there's a lot of different things you can do because there have been times early in the game I've gotten, just by luck of the draw, a hand of sixes, right? And you don't want to play any of those, so you just might load up on some workers that enables you to play more cards later that you normally would not get a chance to play. So again, I like what DVC does. Is there a lot of new stuff in this, new mechanics? There's not, but it really comes together well. This focuses on the theme. It's got unique paths and scores, a way to score to victory. That's the thing I do like about this. I'm looking through the cards now. Again, when you first play it, you're going to focus on completing those rooms because those victory points at the top, they're pretty big, right? Especially if you go ahead and jump past the 2 and 4 and you get those 6 pointers, which are harder normally to get those, but then once you accomplish them, that's a lot of points at the end game. Or you can focus on the VIPs that you have 3 chances to go through, and the randomness of those could really vary and they could change. Some might look for completed scenes. Some might look for incomplete scenes. So the VIPs could really change the game. You can focus on those. Or again, you've got that set collection aspect. The set collection, again, you get a lot of those icons, then you can really start collecting those sets. One thing is when you draft this, the first time I played this, it kind of felt like a bit of a solitaire game because you are kind of head down, building that tableau, trying to build the most points you can out of it, and you're not really looking around. There's player interaction with the drafting, but that's pretty much where the player interaction ends for the most part the first couple times you play it. But then later you can look around and you can see people's different parks. You'll notice, okay, he's going for sets. This draft, if I let this card go, it may come back around to me, which is pretty important. You may see this guy's only at 2s and 4s. This guy's already at 6. He's not going to use this unless he tucks it. There's a lot that goes into it. But again, you are kind of head down focusing on your draft. So that's really good. You also, at the end up with a pretty hilarious haunted house because you've got things like right here, ancient graveyard. And in the ancient graveyard, I can then tuck underneath it a gutted fish. So all of this, it really is fun to look through at the different park that you made as you work through it. And this is just, I can't say charming because it's about a haunted house. I enjoy this game. It is on the lighter side. It does not take long to read the instructions and really get playing on this. It's pretty simple. It comes out quick. One thing I think people may not like is the fact that instead of a play mat, there is like a handkerchief that you play on. I think it works fine here. Normally, I'm not a fan of that, but that is really just to kind of a placeholder for the cards. You don't have to slide it around. Your tableau is on the table itself. That just holds the deck of cards and the VIPs, so there's not a lot of interaction, not a lot of ways that can slide around. So I think that really works well. And again, it fits in that very small box, which makes this travel really well. So anyway, I think take a look at this. I'm coming in at a 7 on this. I do enjoy this. This is one that I can see myself going back to, especially because I like the theme. It's fun, and if you really get into it, again, let me take a look at this. Here we go. Oh, we got Hiker's Campsite. Then I'm going to tuck in there blurry faces. It'd be really creepy at a campsite. That's weird. So anyway, this is, confessional right here, and then let's tuck in there a mannequin. What? Anyway, it's a fun game. Again, tableau builder, very simple, very kind of silly. I enjoy this a lot. So I'm coming in at a 7. That is a seal from us that is recommended. So definitely check that out. Okay, I'm Joey Evans, and I'll see you later on the channel.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out what's happening where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.